It's the Harness Edge on the road again at Palima Trotting Center in Vero Beach, Florida. And I'm here with John Bax to talk 2-year-olds, but we're going to start off with some older ones. Stubborn Belle, 2-year-old filly of the year in Canada. Why did I like looking at her out there?
Well, I want to give you a hockey analogy. She's a lot like Mark Messier. Not real pretty, tough as nails.
She's got more hair than he had.
Yeah, and she's got a little bit of a mean streak.
So in hockey terms, she's got grit.
Very, very much so. Very much so.
So seriously, what do you think about her as we're, what was it, 10th of March or whatever it is here?
Well, I haven't put a watch on her, but she rodes along pretty good on her own. I'm actually more interested in slowing her down than speeding her up. So, carrying her flesh good. Yeah, I think she's the real deal.
Last year you had Riveting Rosie, different type of animal, but there must be some comparisons you can draw.
Yeah, I suppose at the end of the day, it's that desire you're looking for, and they both wanted to win, and they're both kind of they're both fairly rugged. I mean, Stubborn Belle's a little more horse than Riveting Rosie, but kind of the same kind of idea. They're kind of masculine fillies.
Now, we've got Juanita's Fury that you might say is the prettier younger sister. Same age, but she knew how to count as well last year.
Yeah, she kind of got lost. On another year, she would have been wearing the crown kind of thing. She would have been the princess. But yeah, she's been good, and maybe she'll last longer because she's pretty easy on herself. And yeah, I'm hoping that she can follow along and make what she did last year.
Well, you said you've got a whole bunch that will carry the day anyway of 2-year-olds, so it doesn't matter that much. Let's start out with Hill's Angel, a Muscle Hill filly, 40,000 out of Lexington.
Yeah, she's out of a Balance Image mare, kind of like that.
That's a shock.
Yeah, she's got a little bit of fire in her, and very light on her feet. A little bit flighty, but I think she's got the makings to be a top end horse.
This next one he's a big lad. That's Me, a Muscle Hill, 67,000 out of Lexington.
Yeah, he actually has impressed me lately. I was a little dubious at first because he was kind of big, and he's almost too big, but he's pretty light on his feet for a big colt, and I fixed the colt part. So hopefully he'll pay attention a little more now. And yeah, you know what? He's maybe kind of an end of the year horse.
Okay. A homebred you've got here for Stonebridge Farm, Stonebridge Brule, a Donato Hanover filly.
Yeah, she had a curb problem, so she's a little behind the other ones, but very well bred, and she goes along all right. She's kind of the middle of the road. Hasn't shown me the quickness yet that I'm looking for, but she's really growing a lot.
You were in Harrisburg to spend 45,000 on Miami Magic, a Cadabra filly.
Yeah, well, she was out of a Duke of York mare, so that kind of caught my eye. But yeah, nice going filly. I'm looking for a Cadabra that's not as big as they're. Some of those Cadabras can be too big and too heavy and hit the ground real hard, and she doesn't. And so she's moving along. She's got a light way of going too.
And the last one you brought out, Danish Derby, a Majestic Sun filly, 20,000 out of Harrisburg.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. This filly. Maybe has grown the most of any of them physically. She's really filled out. So she's come a long ways, and she's going right along with the rest of them. Maybe not as much pedigree as some of the other ones, but they've been all around 30, and she's doing it just as easy as the next one.
You'll be out of here around the 1st of April, and you're heading back home, and you'll be getting things set up at Glengate Farm, which you purchased last fall. You must be getting a little anxious to do whatever you got to do there to put it the way you want it.
Yeah, it's going to be a real rush because when we get up there, the 3-year-olds are, especially the ones that didn't do much last year, are ready to go. so we're going to try to be starting to race plus get set up, and so I'm expecting April to be hectic, and Matt and his wife are expecting their first child right around the same time, so the timing wasn't
Are you
great
saying he's not going to be available?
He's not going to have much time to lay around the pool, that's for sure. So
but
yeah.
you did do a lot of work on the track and that before winter hit.
Yeah, we got the track all set up last fall, and it sat there all winter. So I'm hoping that a little bit of screenings on top, and it'll be ready to go. And Matt's been working at doing things like putting in new water bowls and so on and so forth. So a lot of things have been going, but here I am, working hard down in Florida. But
Tell us another.
knowing that there's a whole lot of things to do at home when we get back there.
We'll try and struggle through the remaining weeks without too much stress, and we'll see you in the spring.
All right, thanks, sir.
Harold Howe with John Bax, 2-year-olds in training. Okay, now we have with us Scott Andrews, who just has 1 yearling. We usually don't do a separate segment, so we're going to tag you on, Scott, with John Bax, because he said you have Pilgrim's Tide, a muscle massive colt that he said is so good you would have thought he trained it.
Good company to be in.
Anyway, 22,000 out of Harrisburg, formerly named Muscle of Love. Look good on the track.
Yeah, everything he's done so far has been really nice. He's really an advanced colt, very special, and I'm happy to have him right now.
How far along do you feel you are relative to other horses that you've had over the years?
This colt right here is like I said, he's an advanced colt. He's well ahead of everything. The first time I turned this colt and went a mile with him, I looked at my watch and I couldn't believe where I went, and I just held him there for about a month, and I've been in 25 with him now, and I can go anywhere I want with him right now.
So when you ship out of here, will you still own him?
That's a good question. I told my owners when I broke them and brought them down here, I said, there's a possibility we might not own this colt when we break camp, but the owners have been saying that they want to keep him right now, and right now I'm like where I'm at.
Good stuff. Well, good luck with him, and thanks for your time.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Harold Howe with Scott Andrews, 2-year-olds in training.